pretty sure we all knew that being a child star was a little, crazy. But we didn't know it was like this over at Nickelodeon. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rico, the acronym, and it's time for Rico's Rants yet again. I know it's been a while. I've been busy. My band's been doing actually pretty well. So we've been doing a lot of shows, and I've been super busy. But I had to hop back on the ranting. This really just hit my soul. This documentary that just came out on HBO Max called Quiet on the Set. Like everybody else, I watched it because it's to do with all of our favorite, like, if you're my age or lower anyway, a lot of our favorite kid shows from back in the day, all that. Like, who didn't watch all that? That was kids Saturday Night Live. Like, I didn't know anything about Saturday Night Live until I got much older, but I knew about all that though. So for those that you just been under a rock or in a box or something, you haven't heard about that, Quiet on the Set is about basically about the abuse that a lot of these kid actors endured on the set at these shows at Nickelodeon. A lot of this stuff was done by this guy, Dan Schneider. A lot of the mental abuse and verbal abuse. And he was writing these shows and writing in these skits that had these kids doing stuff that was really, like, when you think back about it, kind of fucking gross. And, like, not gross in the way, like, oh, it's gross because, it's a kid's doing gross kid shit. It was gross like, hold up, an adult wrote this. So an adult knows what this looks like. Why did an adult let this pass? And of course, there was other people named. I think one of the guys' name was Brian Peck or something. I think one of the other guys' names was James Handy. I had to watch it because I had to see. I just had to see. Like, we all know to a degree, like, in Hollywood, kids really aren't protected. Like, they swear to God that they are, and a lot of people that are child stars grow up to be adult stars, and they grow up to be fine and well balanced and all that stuff. But there's quite a few that just end up going way down the wrong way, and it seems like they end up getting blamed for it. And I think it's because a lot of people are still jealous that they didn't get on that show when they were a kid. They didn't get to be on all that. They didn't get to be on the Amanda Show. They didn't get to be on Drake and Josh. And so a lot of people, when they see these child stars grow up and start becoming, really, really horribly flawed people, they're just like, ha, 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 and I don't think that shit's funny. I don't think it's funny at all. But the main reason that I'm making this rant right now is I saw not one, not two, but three different black kids that were interviewed, or black adults now, but they were black kids on, this. I think a couple of them were on All That, and I think one of them was on the Amanda Show. I don't really enjoy how HBO Max kind of just skipped past their racist experiences. The racism they experienced on the set. Like, yeah, they mentioned it, and yes, it was a part of the documentary. I'm not saying that it wasn't, but it seems like they spent about 5 seconds with that and just pew right past it and just really played up everything else outside of that. And look, I'm not trying to say that one should be prioritized over the other, because racism and pedophilia, to me personally, same fucking boat. You call it what you want to, I do not care. To me, racism and pedophilia is in the same boat because neither one of them are necessary. Both of them are extremely harmful and have been harmful for a long, long time. And I also find it really weird, and people can get on me, I don't really care. I thought it was really weird how, like, the Drake Bell story seemed like they really, emphasized, what he was going through, and, how he was violated and how he was, treated, and how he was the John Doe in the court case and all this stuff. And mind you, all that is horrible. All of that is horrible. But they spent about less than 5 seconds talking about the stuff that he did when he became an adult and had known better. Like, it seems like I'm seeing a lot of people feel bad for Drake and kind of almost forgive him for what he did do, which, mind you, wasn't anything physical. I believe it was just like sending inappropriate text messages to a minor. But let's be real about it. I have friends that don't fuck with Drake, the rapper, because he sent an "I miss you" message to what's her name, Millie Bobby Brown. But I'm watching some of those same friends look at Drake Bell and his situation and go, "Oh, I guess I kind of understand it." And he did, take he did, claim responsibility, take accountability, da da da. And I'm just like, I'm confused. I'm I'm confused, and the thing is, I really shouldn't be, because this is par for the course. Let me go ahead and get this straight as well. I'm not saying that Drake Bell does not deserve a certain amount of empathy. I'm not saying that. He went through something horrible. It definitely affected him in his adult life. It definitely affected some of the choices he made in his adult life. But those were choices. Let's be real about that. Again, I find it very interesting how the salvation of a white child actor kind of trumped the racist bullshit that the black child actors had to go through, that like it's still affecting them to this day. And they said it in the documentary. Like, one of the guys is like, I've had problems with alcoholism, because of this. I've had problems with my self-esteem. One of the other guys is this: I've had problems working in Hollywood now, and like seeing the way I look at racial situations has been changed forever. One of the girls was said it in the documentary. I was very aware of what it meant to be the token. Like, why was that not focused on more? Why was that just kind of glossed over? Like, it seemed like they were like, that was very ignored. It almost seems like they added it in for like diversity and inclusion. They were just like, well, we got to talk about pedophilia. We got to talk about what happened to Nickelodeon. I guess we might as well talk about the racism too. I mean, since we're talking about pedophilia and everything. And yeah, and like I said, I just really don't believe that their stories were really prioritized and really put on Front Street. And again, the way I'm seeing people, oh my God, I feel so sorry for blase, 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 blah. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I'm not saying anyone shouldn't, because what all of those kids went through, no matter what their color is, no matter what their religion is, no matter what any of that, all those kids went through some bullshit that they should not have had to go through. But as usual, black pain seems to be, like I said, not prioritized, put on the back burner, not really emphasized as much as, oh my God, this white child actor that had been in the business his entire life, he something bad happened to him, and then he grew up, and then he had problems, and then he did bad things to bad people, but we're going to forgive him. We got to forgive him because, I mean, but look what happened. But why don't we have that same empathy for, say, a lot of the rappers, that come from horrible backgrounds, come from really abusive backgrounds, come from damn near war zones. But, when they do stupid stuff or bad stuff, it's, oh my God, they're so horrible. Oh my God, these rappers, da da da, this and that. The way people treat, oh, what's his name? He was on the That's So Raven. Orlando, I want to say Brown is his name. The way people treat Orlando Brown and his pain, it's made fun of. It's honestly made fun of. And you can look at the man in every interview that he does and see it's something not 100% there. You can see the pain in his eyes. You can see he's really screaming out for help, but nobody takes it seriously. But Drake Bell, who not only was violated, but eventually became a violator to a degree, gets just, oh my God, we're so sad. Oh my God, let's all, hover around him. And, now I changed my mind about him. Like, I'll give him props. Like, yes, you took accountability for what you did. You know what you did was wrong. Da, da, da. That still doesn't change the fact that you did something wrong in a documentary about kids being abused. You're put on Front Street. Why? But that's all I got to say about it. Y'all let me know what y'all feel about it in the comments. Do y'all feel like Drake Bell is being forgiven too quickly? Do you have the same amount of empathy others do, maybe even more? Just tell me what y'all think about it. Did you even see Quiet on the Set? Y'all tell me what y'all felt about it, man. And of course, like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. I'm up out of here. Peace out.